It's time for Measure Twice.
Welcome to Measure Twice. I'm Rob Perugini, along with Chris Kramer from C. Kramer Interiors and Joel Graber from Graber Custom Remodeling. This is the show that helps you envision your home's potential, and you're listening to us on Michiana's News Talk 95.3 MNC. We're brought to you in part by Leatherman Supply. Everything windows, doors, cabinets, and countertops, with a showroom right now open in Granger, right next to C. Kramer Interiors, and Hoosier Hardwood Floors, Michiana's trusted and valued experts on hardwood floors. You can visit them at HoosierHardwoodFloors.com. I must say that we're all on the coffee when you listen to us. You know, that's how we roll. That's our, it's how we stay upbeat, actually. When it wears off, we're sad. But, man, I've had cream and sugar in my coffee for the first time in years, and I feel like I visited a drug dealer.
Oh, my gosh. I put cream and sugar in my coffee every day, but this has got a little bit more than I would normally put in.
A little heavy-handed over there. Had his thumb on the scale. He was doing that. Oh, my goodness. It's delicious, but, man.
It's a little sweet.
I could use a little bit more coffee in my coffee, to be honest with you. But you don't put sweets in your coffee either, do you, Joel? You're just like...
He always says he's sweet enough.
That's right. He uses his finger.
Yep.
That's right.
And then whatever comes off of his finger.
I have one clean fingernail.
Oh, man. Wow, that's a visual even for radio. Wow.
Chris is looking.
I'm looking at him.
It's like, look at
It's
now.
not actually clean.
Oh, yeah, well, he didn't use it for the coffee this morning, evidently.
I didn't have to.
Didn't have to.
That's hilarious. Maybe they're going to sneak some bourbon in there.
That would
I'd be
good.
all right with that.
I think that'd be
Me
fine.
too.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, they are dirty.
It just happens.
If they're not,
The
we
nature.
question. We wonder.
Obviously.
They come back clean from vacation.
Well, I mean, he's working with his hands.
I know, every day. It's like where they walk the walk. And you walk the walk. That's why you look tidy every day.
And my nails are clean.
That's right. Can you imagine meeting one of your clients
No.
with, like, it would be...
Oh, no.
Now, if you had a contractor and their hands were, like, manicured...
Polished,
and perfect,
manicured, yeah, you'd question that.
I don't know if this person has a tool belt. Like, if I had my tool belt on, they'd be like, man, that's a clean tool belt. Have you ever seen the tool belts these guys have?
No. I don't pay attention.
They're industrial.
Well, they should be.
Right.
If they weren't, I'd be, like, questioning it.
Right.
Yeah.
You'd think that they're, like, rappelling off of a mountain.
Well, I spent a lot of money for mine.
Yeah, I think they last, though, right? I mean,
Yeah,
it's so you don't replace one every...
They can't do what they do without it.
There's so many tools that have to be at hand,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of like one of those where you go to the dentist office and they pull the tray out and you're like, are you going to use all those today? Am I all right?
Hey, when I do my DIYs, I don't have one of those, and I always forget, where'd I put the hammer?
He gets a lot of steps.
Oh, my goodness.
I do, because
Up
it's
and
like,
down
where'd
the
I put
ladder.
the paintbrush? Where'd I put this? Up and down. Oh, it's over there. Darn.
It's no joke. I mean, you speak the truth. Your
Honestly.
trips up and down the ladder multiply exponentially.
Yep. And I keep thinking, I need a tool belt.
And you need one with suspenders. So it doesn't.
I just need a tool belt.
Oh, we know what to get Chris.
Yep.
Maybe a tartan. Maybe what kind of pattern?
No. Leather. You can't go wrong with leather.
No, you got to get the leather.
Do you have all leather tool
My
belt?
pouches are leather, yeah.
Yeah. And then you have it's suspended though, right? You wouldn't walk around.
Yeah,
with
mine's like a vest.
like a vest.
Oh, so it's got multiple.
Bandoleros. He has bandoleros and screwdrivers. And
I thought he just opened up his coat. Right here.
I got everything you want, anything you need. It's because I hurt my back a number of years ago, and so the tool belt itself, the way it sets,
it's more on your hips, and that holds
it
it.
really hurts. It makes my back very
So
sore.
it puts all that pressure on your.
So I have one that it's suspended off of my shoulders, and my shoulders will be tired at the end of the day, but
right. But
my
your
back
back
is fine.
Yeah, and I think that's important. You do have a very, it's very physical what you're doing, even though, that's when you talk about DIYers, you're extra tired as a DIYer because your body's not used to it and you don't know how to handle.
No kidding.
You know, you see somebody muscle around sheetrock, and it's like,
You ever climb a ladder in socks?
That sounds extremely dangerous.
Well, I'm not
he finds a
talking.
way to scare us every time.
I'm not talking about going up 2 stories. I'm talking about maybe just a few steps.
That would hurt your feet.
Oh, and no kidding.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It does hurt your feet, so I don't. I don't do that anymore.
Plus, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like nope. I gotta guess. No.
Look,
He
just
put his slippers on then.
he did.
Yes, I do.
He's got Doc Martin slippers though.
I do put my slippers on
They're what are they like?
just to protect my feet.
They're Boutoni slippers.
They're Uggs.
Uggs. You do have Uggs.
My daughter bought them for me for Christmas.
They're luxurious.
They're fantastic.
You want to live large? Get an Ugg comforter for your.
I didn't know
They're
they
not a
did.
sponsor of the show, but let me just tell you,
Well, their slippers are fantastic.
lambskin and oh my goodness,
Now,
Changed your life, huh?
oh my god, it's too hot.
I was going to say.
Actually, you can't have one at the same time that you're married to a menopausal woman. Everybody's too hot. The whole place is hot.
why's your window open when it's 40 below outside?
Seriously. You know,
Because I can't turn the AC on.
Yeah.
because the AC won't work this weather. But it is luxurious. And Ugg towels.
They have towels too.
Oh, my goodness. Change your life.
Oh, and are those lambskin too?
No, it's just the little dude that just blows on you. No, it's...
Because that was the wrong thing to say.
I know, Chris. No. That's a little... he's from Australia. And
I've said nothing.
he's just... No, they are not lambskin, but they are... I don't know what terry cloth they're made of, but it's definitely
Organic.
luxurious.
Yeah.
They're not scared to charge you for them either.
Oh,
I'm sure.
But I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's like a,
Well,
like a 5-year towel, you know.
can't- A good towel is like a good tool belt. You just can't put a price tag.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's an important part of the process there, you know.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I could just totally see Chris going up the ladder in socks like in painting or something.
that's what I do. How did you know?
Because you're like, I don't want to get this stuff on my shoes.
Now I get them all over my Uggs.
But, you know, I was like, the DIYer probably has a tool belt, but it's only got like 4 things in it.
Well, that's all you need. It's a DIYer.
Yeah, right. You shouldn't have a lot of stuff.
I don't need a vest with 500 pockets. Then I wouldn't be able to figure out which pocket it was in.
Some of this stuff, like if you ever went to like a building supply place and like you buy a tool and it's a little embarrassing because I'll have to go up to the counter and be like, this looks neat. What is this?
How do I use it?
How can I use it? They don't come with instruction manuals. Like there's like, what's that quick square? What's the triangle thing called?
Speed square?
Speed square. There's stuff written on there. I don't even know what on earth it means.
I don't even know what a speed square is.
It's the triangle that has like a lip on it so you can draw a straight line
Oh,
across the
yeah, yeah.
board.
Now I know what you're talking about.
I exclusively use it for that. Just the straight line. But there's like 45 things written inside that triangle.
There's a lot you can do with it. Use it to get your bird's mouth and...
So a bird's mouth, again, nobody knows what that is.
I have no idea. I know what a bird's mouth is.
It's the mouth of a bird.
Yeah,
it's
that's
what
right.
takes in the worm.
That's right.
What's a bird's mouth?
It sits on your roof. Your raft. It's where your rafter tail sits on your roof. It's the cut that you make into the rafter.
It's like a notch
Yeah.
so that it doesn't
So it's
slide.
set flush. If you're hand framing.
That does that? That triangle does that?
Yeah. There's you use different parts on that to do that.
Do you have
There's
different,
a bunch of different
angles for bird mouth? Like,
Yeah,
or is
it
it the
just depends
same?
on the pitch of your roof.
So it changes based on
Yeah.
Who knew?
who knew. You don't even have one, do you?
What?
A bird, speed square.
A speed square?
Like the triangle thing.
Oh, do I own one?
Yeah.
No.
No. Another Christmas gift for Chris.
Not a
It's
tool
going
of the
in
trade.
his
Not a
tool.
tool of the trade.
Here's why you want that, Chris. You can use it wearing socks. It won't
On a
hurt-
ladder.
Won't hurt your feet. You can get 2 of them and use them as shoes. You could just strap them to your feet. They're like snowshoes. But there's stuff like
they
you
make
have
them that
stuff
big?
like you can get it. I've never even seen it. Do they make bigger ones? I've only
Yeah.
seen one size.
Yeah, I have a 12-inch.
What do you know?
Well, there you go. I
I also have they make the normal size, which is like 7. I have a 4, and a 12.
That's interesting. There's also interesting facts about like different tools where isn't a framing hammer 16 inches long?
The framing hammer is typically a little longer, but it's more, well, yes, some of them are, and you can set your rafters with it or your joists.
Right. And the
but really it's about the weight. Your framing hammer is heavier.
Right, to get it done.
24 ounces.
And the fork at the end should be the size of a 2x4.
Should be.
So you can quickly get half of a 2x4. Right. So you can know where the center of your.
And here I thought a hammer was a hammer.
I mean, it's pretty cool. This is why it only takes them 15 minutes to do what takes us 9 hours and 10 trips
9
to
weeks.
Yeah. All right, we're out of time. But when we come back, we're going to talk about what we're supposed to talk about. On Measure Twice. Welcome back to Measure Twice. I'm Rob Perugini, along with Chris Kramer from C. Kramer Interiors and Joel Graber from Graber Custom Remodeling. This is the show that helps you envision your home's potential. And you're listening to us on Michiana's News Talk 95.3 MNC. We're brought to you in part by Leatherman Supply. Everything windows, cabinets, doors, countertops, and the showroom open in Granger right next to C. Kramer Interiors and Hoosier Hardwood Floors. Michiana's trusted and valued experts on hardwood floors. You can visit them at HoosierHardwoodFloors.com. Joel went out to the truck and he's now wearing his tool belt, which is nice, but not a shirt, which is weird.
Oh.
I think that was strange.
Yeah, he said he didn't need it.
Yeah, it's not.
We're going to start offering a special service. Naked handy.
If you don't do what I say,
cool.
you don't do what I say. I'm
Isn't
not
there a
putting my
calendar
shirt on.
like that? I'm just kidding.
Well, we were kind of talking about what you carry around, but and as a professional, you know what I mean. And what we really wanted to talk about though is I was reading an article. I was actually reading this one, Chris, because
not listening to it in the car.
Yeah, because I was actually using my brain to do it. About neighborhood, cities and towns are segmented sometimes based on style because it might have been built at a different time period, and you can look at a neighborhood and see how old it is based on some of the architecture that's going on there. And I think South Bend's like a case study in that. You know, different parts of South Bend, even Elkhart County, but it's like different. You can just see this is the old part of the neighborhood because it's got older houses, but not just older houses, like
specific style.
Yes. And I think that's kind of interesting. The question that it made me think of is, if I said craftsman style, right?
Yeah.
Well, first describe craftsman style. Somebody, Joel, Chris, what is that? Just so people can vision if they don't know exactly what a craftsman house looks like.
Wood. You use a lot of natural woods and very, would I say geometric? Like straight lines and not geometric, but
one of the characteristics of craftsmen are oversized soffits with brackets in the supporting the soffit.
Are they 2-story?
Not all. Some of them are. There's some that you would.
A lot of bungalow type houses have very craftsman-y features.
Yeah, and like the columns, if there's a column, they're more triangular, tapered versus rounded or squared.
And you kind of see a lot. That's like kind of being copied now in new houses.
Big
where
time.
You see
well, that's kind of. It's not as much anymore, but
yeah,
very,
there was a minute
for a while there. It was prevalent.
Yeah. So
a lot of natural woods on the interior, a lot of oak. They use a lot of oak, wainscoting, things of that nature inside the house.
Is that an older style?
1900 to about 1920.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were driving around town and you saw a bunch of houses that look like that, you could probably say
there's a bunch of them by Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Right.
Um,
Probably settled and built around 1900.
Mm-hmm.
And
But there's even Riverside Drive, North Shore. Those areas have some bungalows or some craftsman style homes. There's some that are more of an English arts and crafts, which has some stucco and exposed timber, things of that nature.
So English arts and crafts uses stucco?
English arts and crafts. There's English arts and crafts, and there's arts and crafts. But English arts and crafts is a little more. I want to call it the softer side.
Yeah.
Of arts and crafts.
So I don't picture stucco. That's like another one. We had all kinds of phones ringing today. I don't picture like anything English as stucco. Like when I go to stucco in my mind, I don't think of.
They
English,
had
but-
a lot like your Tudor style houses.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Has a kind of a Tudor feel.
Yeah.
Is that the same period? Time
No,
period?
Tudor would have been before.
Oh, way before.
But it kind of goes because arts, like the arts and crafts, was directly a result of like some of the over the top Victorian stuff, and so then they were going back to some of the more
Simpler.
some of the simpler. So Tudor would have been before Victorian, so they would have been hearkening back to some of that.
And I don't think around South Bend, I don't think there's a lot of Victorian stuff.
There's plenty of Victorian stuff
Like-
in our area.
But not like craftsmen.
This is considered craftsman.
Okay. So Chris has shown me a picture of.
That's a house on North Shore.
Yeah, I was going to say I recognize that house.
But that's more of an English arts and crafts.
Okay, so it's kind of like a blend of the a little bit fancier.
A little fancier,
Right.
like Joe was saying, it kind of resembles a little bit of the Tudor style because you've got the exposed.
You have exposed wood, and then you have like what would have been beams with your stucco between that.
Yeah,
And this one has brick on the main level.
right.
Would you think that brick was original, or did they?
No, I think it's original.
Yeah. So it looks like brick on the bottom, wood.
But the typical craftsman style is they're usually typically one story or maybe a story and a half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wood siding.
And then
They were simpler, but yet they were still elegant.
and what from craftsman came what?
Art
Mid-cent-
Deco would have been after that.
Yeah.
Chris is like, yeah. Are you
No, it did. It came after.
the
And then mid-century
Mid-
modern, and then
a mid-century
architecture.
modern to me looks a little craftsman-y.
Mid-century.
There's some elements.
You know, I don't know how. I really don't know how to distinguish between generally craftsman and mid-century modern.
There's
'Cause
definite. Yeah.
Are those the ones that where they like put like a little like half wall in front type thing, and of the entryway?
You'd have flat roofs with mid-century modern, like the ranch style house. Kind of came out of that.
Why is it like? What was the
Or
purpose
was really
of
a
that?
feature
Of what?
in that.
Of the mid-century modern, like was Art Deco too,
Art Deco was a very short period.
and so they actually went back to craftsman in a way. But
Well, craftsman, I mean,
did they pull Art Deco into craftsman? Is that what
no.
mid-century modern?
The whole craftsman style was it was a purposeful departure away from Victorian. So they used natural materials, wood, stone. They kind of rebelled against all the ornate.
Yeah.
So things became cleaner, simplified, natural materials. But that was also a very short-lived period. It was like typically 1900 to 1915.
But it seems really popular, like now.
It was.
Like they built a ton of. I guess maybe in that short period of time, I think they just built a ton of houses
Here,
and
just lately.
everywhere.
Yeah, I mean you can go through neighborhoods and see that every single
They
house
all
is a
have some
craftsman
of those
elements.
But then mid-century modern happened, and that can date the neighborhood too. But that would be
Yeah.
what,
Oh, yeah.
the 40s and 50s,
50s, 60s.
50s, 60s, and then what happened in the 70s? Like
Architecture died.
Yeah, it did.
architecture died.
I mean, there's like, what came after that? Popcorn ceilings?
My goodness.
Tri-levels.
Tri-level.
Wow. And so there was no expression, is what you're saying? Like,
I haven't. Have you seen Expression lately?
Not really.
It's all copies of things that have been done before.
whereas mid-century modern was not.
No. I think some of mid-century modern stemmed from arts and crafts because it was a more simplified modern take on, again, natural materials,
Right.
a lot of wood, simple lines.
What is it, an affordability thing then?
No, I think it's style.
Well, I mean, in the 70s, 80s, 90s now, more people could afford houses, so something had to give.
After World War II, there was the boom. We boomed as a nation. So that's... We're kind of away from that now, but there was a whole segment of major growth. And I don't think that mid-century came out of a budgetary number. I just think it became a style.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That was simple to live with, clean lines, a lot of natural wood tones,
right.
Easy to live in, away from ornate Victorian type thing
You
again.
had bigger windows.
Yeah.
And some of it would have been just because of, how society. It was a reaction in society.
Yeah. Yep. Everything becomes a reaction essentially.
Well, but then they explain like the 80s.
Who can explain it?
It's hard to. I guess I'm sitting here thinking, do we have a style? Do we have a style now?
Right.
Do we have anything that's major architectural
It's just
breakthroughs?
like a rehash.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you have your brutalist stuff, and that's garbage.
There's a lot. We're seeing a lot
of garbage architecture, in my opinion. But
Well, when we come back, let's go there with that, and really go there. What is the garbage?
Yeah,
This
we're
is
seeing
Measure
so many
Twice.
more modern houses.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to Measure Twice. I'm Rob Perugini, along with Joel Graber from Graber Custom Remodeling and Chris Kramer from C. Kramer Interiors. This is the show that helps you envision your home's potential, and you're listening to us on Michiana's News Talk 95.3 MNC. We're brought to you in part by Leatherman Supply, everything windows, countertops, cabinets, and more. And they're open right now in Granger, right next to C. Kramer Interiors. And Hoosier Hardwood Floors, Michiana's trusted and valued experts on hardwood floors. You can visit them at HoosierHardwoodFloors.com. We're talking about, well, when you drive through a town, you can kind of see how old the town is based on the architecture that you're looking at, right? If you see craftsman houses, it's like, wow, that's like a turn of the century, 1900s, pre-Depression era. And then if you see Art Deco and stuff like that, well, that was probably a little after the Depression. And then you see mid-century modern, that's the 50s boom and through the 60s. And then according to Chris and Joel, then everything went to heck. It just stopped. And I just feel like, how's that possible?
How's what possible?
How's it possible that design innovation stopped, right? Because they just borrowed every single thing and just put it together. That's what I'm hearing you say.
like you could say the same thing about music. It's probably about the same time. Art. I mean, there's a lot of things in society that have...
Something stopped it.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're talking philosophical stuff.
Yeah, I guess
it's interesting.
Deeper issues.
But it is architecture is a social experiment.
It is, yeah, very much.
It's funny because everything is related as far as architecture, art, music. It's all related.
Mm-hmm.
And if you study periods, you'll like Baroque, all the ornate music. It was all very heavy. Or architecture was very heavy. Fashion was very heavy. A lot of detail. So art imitates life. So we basically everything. If you look at our culture now, pop music and things like that, it's all
throwaway,
all related as far as the styles go. Right. Stylistically,
if you watch somebody, see people walking down the street, what they're wearing could point to what they're listening to,
Correct.
which could point to what their
they live
eye
in,
sees
what-
and they like to see.
and the styles that they live in.
Yeah.
But
So we can all blame Andy Warhol? Is that what you're saying?
no, Andy Warhol was part of the pulp culture. His art
I
was.
don't think he was a leader necessarily in thought.
You know, who knows?
I don't know.
He was to some people.
He was a great screen printer.
I mean,
And I like
would've-
some of it. But,
yeah, but think about who would have thought a Campbell's soup label or can of Campbell's soup would be art.
He really
But he
did,
made it art.
He fundamentally
I always
thought-
wondered who decides what is art.
He fundamentally thought that Campbell's soup was a foundational thing in America. Like he totally believed it. That's where that tribute came from. Or tribute or whatever you want to call it. Like, so he did put thought behind it, and
Definitely. It's iconic.
yeah.
So, I mean, and just like his portraits of like famous people.
Right. Who decides whether it's art? It's the person looking at it,
Right.
because
To a point.
No, art is subjective.
Yeah.
Completely.
'Cause
What
the
appeals
artist
to
doesn't
me
even-
may not appeal to you.
Yeah. I mean, I liked Andy Warhol's stuff, but I still look at it and I'm like, well,
I mean, we could get
pretty cheeky.
go down a rabbit hole, but like the Paris movement in art tried to define art,
Yeah.
and all it did was create impressionism
Mm-hmm.
because they were rebelling. Like
Yeah.
you can't not put me in your museum because you don't think it's art. So we're going to make our own museum. And then it became more popular because they were better business people than
Yeah.
and then there you go, But architecture is that form of art. We joke about architects because they're not engineers.
No.
Right? They're using what's cool and uncool about them is the same thing. Like, they're not really worried about how this is going to get done. Really. That's for your
Engineer.
to figure out. You know what I mean? They really are concerned about where that art meets function. And I'm like, where I'm trying to go is like, which period did art meet function the best? And it's probably mid-century modern.
What?
Like,
Art meets function.
yeah, like it looks good, but it also functions well. Whereas like an Art Deco house, I don't know if that
Form follows function.
I don't know. There's some really cool Art Deco things.
work.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of stuff that was done with mid-century modern that you would never do now because it just doesn't function great.
Right. So, okay.
You can say
At the
that.
time, it could have been great.
You can say that about a lot of architectural periods.
Yeah.
But maybe that's
Yeah.
what happened in the 80s. Maybe technology was moving faster than design,
Well,
And that might be part of the whole issue.
Like, because you have vinyl becoming easy to manufacture, and, you have all these not natural products to use, and some of them were great and we still use today, and some disappeared, but they were all converging at that point, right? Because mass production really ramped up for that type of thing. Materials were coming at us from all directions.
according to this, we've had three architectural styles from 1960 to 2000.
And what were they?
Postmodernism is one, deconstructivism, and contemporary high tech.
So start with the first one. How would you describe?
It's postmodernism, a reaction against modernism, incorporating historical references, wit, and decoration.
Did you get that from AI?
I did.
Okay. I just want to make sure we give credit where the credit is due there. So, and how would you describe it though, Chris?
Postmodernism?
Yeah. Like, give us a visual. Like, what would be?
Well,
I'm trying to think of a architectural style that I
consider
what I would consider be postmodernism.
Right. What's the White House?
Oh, that's federal.
Federal. Okay. Which is not even one we talked about. But, okay, so I was just trying to think of, like, famous houses. What would be, like, if it's postmodern, what was modern, I guess would be my question. What is this modern that we're post of? See?
I mean,
Well,
mid-century modern.
Mid-century modern, Bauhaus, international style. Those were quite radical for them because, like, Bauhaus.
And then the next one is what?
Deconstructivism. Fragmented, chaotic forms.
I don't see a lot of that around here.
Well, I think of
Why
Guggenheim
would you
Museum.
Why would you want to see a lot of that?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you wouldn't,
It's not. It doesn't. Yeah.
it's just different for the sake of being different.
Yeah.
Well, I can't think of houses that are made that way, but I can think of museums that have those
Can make a statement.
that
like
make a
that.
statement
Yeah.
because they use a lot of metal and they're different shapes and
Oh, off the bypass, off of the toll road.
Yeah.
Right when you leave. Yeah, there's what I don't know what.
that's a cool building.
Yeah, I don't know what company it is, but as soon as you go under the walkway on the toll road, you know what I'm talking about. If you get on the toll
Yep,
road heading
yep,
towards Chicago,
yep.
look to your right. I think if you're going to Chicago, it's like right there, and then across the street, there's the building that's shaped like an airplane wing.
Yep.
Like the whole, you could see that it was. They do something aeronautical in there because the whole thing looks like a wing, and that I think that's not deconstructionism.
That might be the more like the third, the techno, whatever.
Contemporary high tech.
Yeah, because you can get away with. I think see what you're saying. You can get away with that in a commercial building. In your home, maybe on the lakefront, you might see some stuff that might
Not
be
like I want.
not that out there though.
No, not for residential. I can see more commercial structures built with a lot of these. Now, postmodernism, I can see residences in postmodernism.
because it's more residential
Yeah.
leaning.
I don't know, the
style.
contemporary high tech. I could see, like that'd be a lot of
Yeah.
glass, metal.
That's
a lot
true.
of a lot of like some of with the new technologies that we have that are built into your houses that make you span things much further. I mean, I could see
I can see
more.
that. Yeah, you're right. Because especially if you go out southwest and you see all the glass structures. and-
Right, you're going to want to see the views, so you try to engineer it so that you can see the views.
Right. Yep.
And here, your views are your neighbor, and that just makes you creepy.
Well, but what I'm seeing now in the area are a lot of very modern homes being built with a lot of natural materials on the exterior.
I like that.
It's cool.
I do too. I think it's
I like that. It's kind of refreshing.
And
yeah.
interesting natural materials like cypress or like teak. Like you see different. Not it's not
and
stuffy wood. It's like
and again very very clean lines, some very unique angles. It is refreshing because we've gotten away from modern farm, we've gotten away from the craftsman. We're getting into this. I'm assuming it's called more of a modern architecture. We're seeing that more and more. It was kind of the first one I saw was kind of radical. You're kind of thinking that it's really cool. I like it.
Yeah.
But you don't see a lot of it. Now you're seeing it everywhere.
Well, when we come back, let's go inside these houses. When we come back, this is Measure Twice. Welcome back to Measure Twice. I'm Rob Perugini, along with Joel Graber from Graber Custom Remodeling and Chris Kramer from C. Kramer Interiors. This is the show that helps you envision your home's potential. And you're listening to us on Michiana's News Talk 95.3 MNC. We're brought to you in part by Leatherman Supply. Everything, windows, doors, cabinets, and countertops at the showroom in Granger, right next to C. Kramer Interiors. And Hoosier Hardwood Floors, Michiana's trusted and valued experts on hardwood floors. You can visit them at HoosierHardwoodFloors.com. We're talking about architecture styles and, well, it's the differences. And if you're driving through a town, you can kind of see the age of the town based on the architecture. If you know what to look for, if you know you're looking at a craftsman, if you know you're looking at Art Deco, if you know you're looking at mid-century modern, and if you can't identify any of those, then you know you're looking at something that was built in the 70s.
Yeah. Or later.
Or later. But Chris, when we're off air, you made a good point. You think today's architecture is just a bunch of borrowing.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's typically typical.
There's a lot of new builds around us, and I guess you're right, because based on what we've talked about today, there's a little bit of like even in my house, there's a little bit of each one of those. when you said the soffits are a little oversized and they have supports. Well, my house has that. Are they actual supports?
No.
No. They're just fancy put on stuff. But back in the day, they had
Structural, yeah.
yeah, they had a purpose. You know, I really am drawn to things that have a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I like, oh, these columns are here because if they weren't, the place would fall down type thing. I think that's cool. But we really don't even need that anymore. Like these modern houses.
Not as much, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, wow. But some of the bigger homes that are being built in our area, like over the Notre Dame way, what would you say their style is? They kind of...
The ones like on Notre Dame Avenue?
Yeah, back...
They're supposed to fit the more historic neighborhood?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's kind of...
You've got a mix. There's kind of a mix. You've got some Georgian style there. You've got Craftsman style. You've got Queen Anne style.
So you're not forced to build any specific way there, right? You can build whatever you want there?
I don't think so. I think there are certain guidelines they have to follow because they want the neighborhood to feel like it's an old established neighborhood.
Is it part of an HOA?
I don't know. Notre Dame controls it.
Oh, then it's part of an HOA.
It's the answer to a higher authority.
Yeah. It's the Lord's HOA.
We laugh, and now I hear thunder. Weird. Right. You think it's probably not an official HOA.
Right, but there's some guidelines that they have to follow for a new build there.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that would be an interesting study. Like, where's that coming from? Is that, like, written, an official, or is it unofficial?
No, it's official.
It's official.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so okay. And
I mean, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I really don't have a problem with that.
Well, because think about it. If it wasn't controlled, you've got this neighborhood of houses that the intent was to look like older homes.
Be more cohesive.
And more cohesive. And if there wasn't those guidelines and somebody puts an ultra-modern house in there, it's not going to fit the neighborhood.
It'd be a weird feel.
Yeah.
If you're going for a brand, and we know how good at branding.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that's the purpose of some of those regulations is they want a specific style to fit the neighborhood.
Yeah. And it works because you want to have that feel. And it's kind of funny, 100 years ago, you didn't need an HOA for that. Like,
no, that's just what everybody was building.
You're just building what you're. Yeah.
Yeah. Now with all the different choices you could possibly make, I guess if you want to form a neighborhood like that, you've got to have some rules on there. But I wouldn't say they all look the same.
What, Notre Dame Avenue?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So I think they kind of do a decent job of
No, they've done a very nice job.
Because there's everybody knows the neighborhoods where it's like, man, you don't want to get dropped off by an Uber with a few drinks in you. You won't find your house. Like you wouldn't be able to tell your house. The Midwest, the Southwest is rampant with that. $3 million houses that look identical to the house next to them. Identical. I don't know, man. It's kind of boring. I think Notre Dame Avenue is doing a good job. And then, that old neighborhood over there, the really old one, I don't know what that neighborhood's called. Does it have a name? I don't know.
Probably.
Harder Heights.
Across from the cemetery?
Yeah, it's Harder Heights.
Harder Heights.
That's a mix of old with, again, it's kind of funny because that's just that was the style that was being built when that neighborhood was established.
And they all...
So now they have these, those are the old beautiful homes.
And they don't look exactly the same, even though they're the same...
They have character.
The same similarities, but they're all completely different from each other.
Yeah, and they didn't do that on purpose necessarily.
Well, you've got brick, you've got stick style, you've got bungalow, you've got just a great mix of architectural styles. It's
a neat little drive through there if you're into it. And the people there take care of their lawns in a certain way, and there's... It's kind of an aging community, right? I wouldn't call that the youngest crowd.
Probably not.
I wouldn't call
a lot of established people.
Yeah, they're not elderly. I'm not saying it's like...
Right. No, a lot of established families there.
I feel like people have been living there 20 plus years, and it's kind of interesting. Now, are they prototypical though? Like, should every neighborhood follow that? I don't think it's necessary, but when you've got this attraction... called
Yeah.
Notre Dame, I don't mind that. It's the bread and butter of this area.
Yeah.
You can hate Notre Dame all you want. The better they do, the
Better we do.
Yeah. So Shawshank Redemption, you get busy living. Nothing wrong with that.
No,
to me.
agreed.
I feel like the corridor that they're building by Notre Dame is good for the area. It's
Well, and I think if they do a good job of controlling how it's done, it will be really good. Otherwise, it can become a cluster.
yeah.
There needs to be a little bit of control.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't keep people from being creative or having what they want, even with your commercial building.
Yeah, and the commercial buildings are pretty interesting there too. Where does the style start? Does it go east to west, Chris, or west to east?
What are you talking about?
How the styles happen, like
They went from east to west.
east to west. Because
Think about it. When you go to like the East Coast, you're seeing architectural styles that are original to the period from 18th century, even earlier. And as you go west, as the country developed, like you go, west, they're Victorian forward, whereas we are Georgian, we are federal, we are on the East Coast, even earlier.
right.
I mean, look at Salem, Massachusetts, which has the colonial style type of home from the 1600s.
I mean, that's how I grew up. I mean, you got like
That was built during the period that it was obviously built in.
Right.
But as we grew as a nation, as we progressed west later on in the centuries, they were building the architectural style that was current at that time.
it's kind of interesting when I go back home, you drive down a road and you'll see modern house or regular house. I don't know what to call them, like normal house, normal house,
Something
normal house.
newer.
And then Victorian house that is built in 1701 or whatever.
that's not Victorian.
Not Victorian. I knew he was going to say that. What kind of house was that then?
In 1701?
Yeah. Colonial?
Colonial, probably, because that was during the beginning of Queen Anne. But
And then if you drive south of where I live, they're Victorian houses.
well, it's like when I go west, if I go to Colorado, I always find it interesting because old to them is, they started in
Like a
the
mission style?
Yeah, they have a lot of craftsmen. They have some Victorian. So you're like, oh, this didn't exist. They didn't exist
Right.
at that.
That's all the time we have. So,
No, we're done.
yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening. This has been Measure Twice.
Podcasts by Federated Media.